continue to cause devastation.
We'll get through it, British stoicism, but it's a struggle.
Lecturers and staff strike for fair pay.
We've got to get this pay situation sorted out.
And mixed reactions to George Osborne's budget.
I don't think he's necessarily been instrumental in making those changes.
I think he's done a fantastic job.
Hello and welcome to Winchester News Online. I'm Maria Almeida. Floods are still causing chaos and affecting local business. Sellers are struggling and locals are still in need of help. Environment reporter Laura Allen has more.
Though there is no longer a risk of sewage thanks to a new pipe through the village, cellars still remain full to the brim with water. Local shopkeeper James Foster has had to revert to more traditional methods to maintain the daily practices of his business.
People, the old age pensioners, we're making sure that we go to the house and pick up a shopping list for them and deliver it. Gone back in time, delivering on a push bike, like they did in the good old days. But yeah, pretty much everything's trying to run as normal.
Though still in need of external help, locals are looking after themselves. A flood action group volunteers day and night to look after the most vulnerable members of the village.
You can imagine that it's now taking its toll. Very stressful. Local doctor said he's had a number of patients who are really quite stressed about the whole thing because of course it's damaging their houses and damaging their businesses, damaging their way of life. We'll get through it, British stoicism, but it's a struggle.
With the roads here still looking more like rivers, it may be some time before residents of Hambledon can leave their wellies at home. Laura Allen, Winchester News Online, Hambledon.
Lecturers have gathered once more to strike over pay. They have been given 1% pay rise, while some vice-chancellors are paid £400,000. Our reporter Lucy Wilson has more.
Lecturers at the University of Winchester walked out on students yesterday to continue the fight over staff pay differences as lecturers are being refused more than a 1% pay rise. The anger follows the discovery that vice-chancellors all over the UK are receiving more than an average 5% pay rise.
Lecturers have gathered with leaflets, megaphones and picket signs to get the message across to the Vice-Chancellor and students about unfair pay.
Union members across the country are taking part in the strike.
We've got to get this pay situation sorted out so that ones at the top don't keep getting so much more than everybody else. We're going to keep fighting.
It's hoped things will get sorted before further action is planned.
While students are only maybe being affected by 1 hour of their lecture, it's a kind of ongoing disruption. So when that affects our students, obviously there is a fine line that can be crossed. We really just hope that this gets resolved soon on the national scale so that when it filters down to this university, things are sorted.
The university said, strike action impacts most negatively upon students and the university regrets that the unions moved to strike so quickly. Lucy Wilson, Winchester News Online, the University of Winchester.
There was a mixed reaction to Osborne's speech in Canary Wharf. Reporter Ravina Gatora reports from the location.
Here in the heart of the city's financial system, there's been a very much mixed reaction to George Osborne's fifth budget.
I think he's been helped by general economic recovery. I don't think he's necessarily been instrumental in making those changes.
I think he's done a fantastic job, but he'll never get any praise for it, will he?
I think in terms of social conscience, he's not been too wonderful. In terms of the general state of the country's finances, I think he's come out rather better than most people expected. Certainly he's done better than I expected.
I really have no interest in it whatsoever. It just seems that with each year that goes past, you're given something and equal or more is taken away from you.
People don't feel that they have money, so they're not willing to spend. So I don't think he has really done his job.
I think he's done a reasonably good job based on kind of limiting factors around the economy and trying to pay off all of the government debt.
I don't think taxes are necessarily going down, so in that sense I don't think it's as successful as it could have been. So I'm not too optimistic about it.
As ever, the budget is a highly political event where votes count just as much as cash. Whatever the aftermath of today, the clock is now ticking towards the 2015 general election. Ravina Gatora, Winchester News Online, Canary Wharf.
Police officers in Hampshire will be the first ones to be equipped with cameras. However, there are some concerns about when the cameras will be working and who will be watching the footage. Bracken Stockley has this exclusive interview.
In surveys carried out by Hampshire Police, over 90% of the public backed the use of these body-worn videos. However, some civil liberty groups have raised concerns over officers' powers to switch the cameras on and off.
One of the things that make me feel very uncomfortable is that if this is about accountability, then the police shouldn't be the ones that have immediate access to the footage.
I regard the present scheme as profoundly unsatisfactory. The police should be recording every single interaction with the public.
National lead in developing policy for the use of this technology is Hampshire's Chief Constable.
I understand that people would be worried about any Big Brother aspects of society, and that's why we've taken such measures in creating the guidance. One of the principles is that the body-worn video, although an independent witness, will never fully replace conventional evidence. So policing will always be about a police officer dealing with the public.
Happy memories haven't been cherished at the Southsea Pier since its closure in 2012. Owners have a week to fix the pier or the local council steps in. Business reporter John Wilson has more.
Southsea Pier, closed since 2012 and battered by the recent bad weather, finds itself at the centre of another storm and in need of support. The owners must quickly make the Grade 2 listed building safe, or the council will. Portsmouth City Council plans to recoup any costs or acquire the pier with a view to sell it on. But with a multi-million-pound price tag, who is interested in turning the lights back on?
I've been talking to two potential owners of the pier, both of whom want to invest in it, both of whom want to make it a pier again with public access and things happening on it, both of whom think they can make this work as a business.
Owners Fred Nash and Dawn Randall were not available for comment. However, Miss Randall has been reported as saying Hampshire's last Victorian pleasure pier has been sold. That would disappoint one local who is concerned about public safety, but optimistic his dream of acquiring the pier will come true.
I visualise thousands of local people here for a fantastic party, a real celebration, a community celebration, and there's going to be fireworks and there's going to be a concert and it's going to be fantastic.
The future of this historic landmark remains uncertain. However, one thing is for sure, that if it's to return to its former glories, someone will have to shell out a lot of money. John Wilson, Winchester News Online, Southsea.
Coming up, a new species of tenrec is bred at Sparshot College. Southampton's own Billy Morgan competed in this year's Winter Olympics. We went to find out where it all started. Ravina Gatora was down at the slopes.
Southampton's Billy Morgan was the first snowboarder in the world to land a triple backside rodeo. And it started here, 10 years ago at the Alpine Snow Sports Centre, Southampton.
Billy's profile has obviously gone through the roof in the last year or so, ever since he did the triple rodeo that went viral on YouTube, and people like the fact that they're on the same turf that he used to train on, and so people get a bit starstruck by it. So yeah, it's really good that he's associated with the slope.
Last year, these ski slopes were virtually empty, but since the success of Jenny Jones and Southampton's Billy Morgan in this year's Winter Olympics, people are eager to get on these slopes and give it a go.
This year it's absolutely skyrocketed. We've had bookings through the roof, we've had to put more sessions on, double up on sessions, get more instructors in, it's been crazy.
Billy narrowly missed out on a medal in Sochi, but his chances at the US Open look promising. Ravina Gatora, Winchester News Online, Southampton.
Sparshot College has successfully bred a new tenrec species. It is the only place in the country where you can find these spiky friends from Madagascar. Ildi Cruikshank reports.
So this is a Highland Street tenrec. They're originally from Madagascar. They came to our collection nearly a year ago now.
So we're here at Sparshot College, where they've successfully bred a rare species of tenrec.
Starting off with 6 animals, the college has worked on the husbandry, temperature and nutrition to be able to breed them.
3 young were born towards the end of last year, bumping the collection up to a total of 9 animals.
I wasn't even expecting to breed. I just thought if we can keep them alive, that would be a success. We're the only collection in this country that keeps the Highland Street tenrec, so that is quite an unusual animal and one you won't see anywhere else. There's actually only one other zoological collection in the world that keeps this species currently.
Students and instructors will continue to work at developing a good breeding environment for the tenacious tenrecs to increase the number of animals and possibly start a breeding program in the UK. Hilde Cruikshank, Winchester News Online, Sparsholt.
And finally, our features team has been busy this year. Lucy Brett gives us a glimpse of where you can find their latest adventures.
Our features team have seriously stepped up their game, creating individual columns to showcase innovative and edgy projects. We have everything from music and beauty to politics and reviews, blogs, videos and debates, all found on the front page of Winol. Our fashion team blagged their way into catwalk shows at London Fashion Week. And puckered up with our favourite lipsticks for Valentine's Day. If music is more your thing, we got up close and personal with upcoming artist Uriel. And Winchester's own Frank Turner, who returned to his hometown to play out Sold Out show. Our politics column kept us up to date with party opinion on campus, also giving us a glimpse at the funny side of politics.
That's all from us this week. For more award-winning news, sports and features, log on to winol.co.uk. Goodbye!